We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Today is a Pleiadian porthole. I'm quite excited that we're kicking off the month with today's energy. Today brings us a Pleiadian occultation with the moon, and this is a very, very powerful cosmic energy that we're receiving. The Pleiades are bringing a very high frequency energy through today, so today is actually a really, really good day to be tapping into these Pleiadian light codes and to be bringing them down into your everyday experience, depending on what is going on for you. But these are very healing energies. These are high frequency light codes that can help us to awaken more. They can help us with our spiritual journey, and of course they can help us on our twin flame journey or twin flame path as well too. So we're just going to do a couple of cards and just kind of see what is going on today. We want to be working with these Pleiadian energies though. They're great for if you want to do some healing or activation work. I have a ton of healings and activations on my website for today too. They're really good for tapping in for the cosmic guidance, or even bringing online past life memories and kind of merging that into or integrating that into your experience, depending on what's going on for you specifically, so they can really shine a light on or help to awaken more of your soul's experience. So beautiful time to be connecting with the energy of the Pleiades. You guys are probably feeling it in a good way. These energies are going to help us get things moving in the right direction again as we're moving into April too. So they're bringing a very healing frequency after that, we'll say that eclipse vibe that we're kind of still integrating and kind of moving through. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for the divine feminine first, but before we get started, make sure you guys are checking out my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have a ton of healings, activations, and clearings on there. I am an energy worker. Let me see, I have a ton of readings, like especially for twin flame and things like that. I also do twin flame coaching and relationship coaching, and I have tons of classes that'll really, really help you on your spiritual awakening path or journey too. Go with what you're guided on my website. It's really, really going to help you. So, you can do that anytime that you need a positive shift, things to start moving. Maybe you need some clarity on your journey or your path, or just going in and helping you to shift certain things. Just kind of depends on what you need. So if you need me, go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com, and let's get started with a reading for the divine feminine. Just to start, divine feminine collective, divine masculine, if you're watching, direct messages from your divine feminine. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. Okay, so twin flames tend to, and a lot of people won't like this, come together for durations and maybe even separate for different durations. I think Earth is a good example of this in the first place, and reincarnation. But oftentimes, in your actual life plan, in this life, if you're on the twin flame journey, there may be places where you're learning very closely together, and maybe even spaces where you're learning apart, as this is fuel for your spiritual awakening journey. Your spiritual awakening journey is requiring you to clear a lot of negative energies, deep attachments, blocks in programming, and also to really tap into, connect with, and find yourself. And so twin flame journey is actually really here to support you on your ascension journey. You might have done a lot of soul searching on this connection. This is probably a connection that has helped you in some type of way, whether helping you to acknowledge and see some of your own trauma imprints that you're still carrying, or even just part of your awakening, for inspiring you to do the spiritual and the soul work that you need to do to fully shift into union. We're going to see a really beautiful year for a lot of twin flames this year, as some of you guys will be shifting out of separation into union. Some of you guys are already in union, and you're going to really, really anchor these unions into such higher timelines as you're kind of moving through and doing that spiritual work, doing that ascension work. You're seeing so many beautiful positive effects. I feel like right now your path is asking you to do the work towards the long term. It's not all about instant gratification right now. This is like really anchoring into your highest frequency so that you can really heal, transform your energy, thus transforming your life And so you're doing a lot of deep, hopefully a lot of deep spiritual work right now that can really, really help you in all areas of your life, but obviously specifically in your love life. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. This has a tendency to stir up a lot of emotions. Your twin flame, and I put a similar post up this morning, your twin flame may be a trigger or may have triggered deep emotions or feelings or even repressed energies or even energetic blocks that you were still carrying to the surface. And so twin flame, in whatever way it does, through your external experiences, your soul helps you to heal things. And it could be everyone, I was telling myself this morning, everyone on this planet has a need to heal. It just depends on what you're healing. So this has a tendency to trigger or stir up things that you're working on healing still. Especially relationships tend to be some of the deeper work that we do, right? To help you to sort through whether it's your karmic baggage, unhealed trauma, things you need to acknowledge, things you need to learn about yourself, whatever it is. This relationship is here to help you, to inspire you to heal certain things, whatever has been kind of triggered to the surface. That's why energy clearing is a must on the twin flame journey. It is anyways. This is like next chapter, better spiritual hygiene vibes, right? So it depends on how your spiritual hygiene is anyways, but with twin flame, you're going to be required to step up your spiritual hygiene on some type of level. So divine feminine, these Pleiadian energies are amazing for clearing out old emotional energies or even emotional blocks or even energetic blocks and imbalances. Our relationship was different and special. Other people don't understand it. This is the hard thing about the twin flame journey, that probably only you and your twin flame will get, how you both, keyword both, feel about each other. And that other people may not understand this connection, the dynamics, or even how things are going, but your twin flame will always understand you deeply, how you feel on a deep level. Even if they don't always verbally acknowledge it, they can tap in and easily feel what you're feeling. They may be having a shared experience of going through similar experiences or having been through similar experiences on their side of I call it the equation, right? On their side of the equation, or even tapping into how you feel within the connection. So there's such a strong energy pull, soul connection pull with twin flames that you guys are usually very, very pulled to each other or magnetized to each other, especially when you're in your highest or your own energetic alignment. Sometimes when you feel out of balance, this can throw the connection out of balance. So this is actually a connection that tends to mirror your own frequency, your own energy, and sometimes even your own issues if there's something that you need to work through. But your twin flame gets you on such a deep spiritual level. A lot of times, because we're starting with a reading for the divine feminine, you guys might feel that's one-sided in what it tends to stir up or trigger inside of the divine feminine, but this is definitely felt on both sides of it. I see a lot of the collective getting a lot of confirmation. It depends on what wave of work you're in, but a lot of you guys are suddenly having your divine masculine confirm a lot of things that you may not have known if they weren't, sharing things with you. And suddenly they're opening up and they are telling you about what they've been going through, their feelings for you, what's been going on, how strongly they feel for you or love you. And it just kind of depends. So we are seeing on your divine masculine side, a lot of them are finally finding their words or opening up. It doesn't mean they haven't been feeling everything. I say they feel everything you felt, literally as a mirror, right? They have felt every emotion that you have felt going through this journey. Obviously, most of them are positive, but it can trigger fears, worries, doubts, things you need to clear. So we still have stuff coming up. Doesn't surprise me. I feel like April's like a final push into the spring. I know we've already started this spring, but before we get into May. And so you might find that you are, whether consciously or unconsciously, still being guided through a lot of clearing work. There's a lot of karmic clearing work coming up for the divine feminine. This could be old patterns, habits, things not serving you, things in your life. Okay, so I've brought these porthole cards in. I tried to grab the Pleiadian ones today. Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. And this is becoming the partner that you want and deserve. And I was saying, oftentimes it's actually our own behavior that gets mirrored back to us that can derail us in life. We call that karma, right? And things like that. So this is about being the partner that you want to have in your life, right? This is about your spiritual awakening, becoming that highest version of yourself, and how you treat your, we'll say, partner, your twin flame, in many different ways, and having that energy mirrored back. Your own thoughts are mirrored back, your own energy, your own behavior, and things like this. So when you do that spiritual work to really fine tune and refine yourself and work on yourself, and to find more balance and harmony within yourself and within your own energy field, I call it the success, right? The success in that is being mirrored back through this person. They're helping to mirror back this positive change that you have, well, I don't want to say kickstarted, that you have shifted into in your life too. So this is all about working on your energy and becoming that person, that higher version of yourself. Both twin flames are here to guide and support each other going through this process, but that's what it's all about. Really, both of you having, I call it that space, having that space and energetic awareness to shift into this highest version of yourself. Okay, so we have the Venetian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, and time to shine. And so a lot of you guys, your awakening is it's a wake-up call. You've heard this, but a lot of you guys, this is what brought you to Earth in the first place. This time that we're living in, I see a lot of positive change and transformation happening, probably behind the scenes on a bigger level with this planet as a whole, believe it or not. And your soul came here to do this healing work for your family line, for yourself, but also, for yourself and the planet during this time. So the healing that you're being guided into and your own spiritual awakening is very important for the planet during this time, for the collective, and obviously for showing up for yourself. But this is all about connecting with star being energy. Yes, this is a perfect time to be connecting with your spiritual guides or the Pleiadians to download ancient soul wisdom, cosmic knowledge, understanding. So this is a powerful time for you to be connecting with your spiritual guides or even the Pleiadians while we're in this Pleiadian porthole. And you might be feeling that. A lot of you guys, Divine Feminine, this is your confirmation that some of the spiritual downloads that you might be picking up on just within your thoughts or meditating or even in the sleep state, you're getting messages and you're getting a lot of clarity about your own situation, but also about your twin flame side of things and what they're going on. You're always picking up on things. I was having a talk yesterday with someone about, psychic awareness, and you're able to always pick up on things about their side, and they are too with your side. Right? This is like psychic phenomena. And with twin flames, you guys have a very strong, obviously, telepathic connection and shared psychic connection. So oftentimes they're able to pick up on, obviously, and you are with them, what you're going through, what's going on within the connection. Okay, heart chakra, this is Stargate heart chakra opening and unlocking. So we want to be tapping into these energies for healing. They're very, very powerful for heart chakra awakening right now. These energies, Pleiadian energies, are very heart chakra based, and I really love working with them. They're amazing for helping you to open up, activate, and integrate things within your heart chakra, to really following your heart right now. I think this is an important part of really tapping into love. Make sure you're really, really acting from a place of love right now. Divine Feminine, you're being required to stay open and to really open your heart chakra during this time. If you feel you've been a little closed off lately, this could be from the connection, your Divine Masculine, but sorry, it's getting loud, but also this could be sorry, I'm going to keep going. This could be keeping your heart open and staying awake during this time, as this is an important part of the process of staying more open in your heart chakra. These Pleiadian energies are amazing for your awakening and helping you to stay more, we'll say, connected with your heart and open to the connection. Soul Star activation, fulfilling soul contracts. Remember who you are. all of your relationships have been laid out as a soul contract. I think that's really, really important to every relationship and connection in your life has been laid out as a soul contract, including this one. Some of these contracts were to teach you things about yourself. A lot of them, the karmic ones, were here to help shape you into a person or to help you to clear things not of love or not aligned with love. And I think this is an important part of your spiritual awakening. This is the most important connection that you have. Now, the thing is that we have and carry or tend to carry a lot of karmic blocks and wounds from previous connections, but this is the real deal. Me, your twin flame. It's like all of that was practice or helping you to heal certain things or areas of your life so that you could be ready for this twin flame connection. And so you might have had other connections with even karmic partners that were attracted out of karma or karmic baggage or the need to heal something karmically, or even soulmate connections. However, this is the real deal with your person, and a lot of you guys feel and sense that, whether upon meeting or in the beginning, you really, really know this is your person, and this is a very, very important connection in your life too. So a lot of you guys, you know that when you meet this person, you have that understanding, you have that soul recognition, but sometimes it can be a big process that twin flames go through. It can bring a lot of healing up or a need to heal, and it just kind of depends on each person as to the process that you will navigate and what will come up, because you can't bring all the baggage into the connections. You can't bring all the unhealed stuff into the connection. So it may trigger whatever is left unhealed to help you to heal. Now, because we're doing this spiritual awakening on the planet during this time, it tends to be bringing up a lot very fast for people. Okay, so we have a couple cards that kind of align with what we're talking about. We have this Galactic Core card, and I love this because this is what you're waking up to, suddenly understanding more of your full soul, your soul's journey, where it's taking you, where you've been maybe in previous lives or past lives, what you're working through. You're beginning to understand your soul's journey a lot more, and even what you're here to heal. So we have like 3 cards of this series, and they're all heart chakra related. So we have forgiveness, and I think this is important too because we have universal heart, and of course we have mother father healing. And I think this is important too because it's all very, very connected with your template, with your blueprint. Pleiadian Energies gives us a chance to upgrade our template or our blueprint. Make sure you guys are for sure checking out some of the Pleiadian healings and activations I have for today, because I think today is a very important day that we can be tapping into the energies and connecting with it. So maybe some type of block here that you're healing with your heart chakra that you need to let go of. This could be things, as we've been talking about, that come from previous hurts and relationships or fears or wounds that you're working through in this lifetime, or they even could be connected to your mother and father healing. And you notice that you tend to play out certain things at a young age that are embedded in your template or your blueprint. So we're doing a lot of healing. This could be healing things with your mother or father relationships. Sometimes each connection that we have in our life with our mother or father, and it's the same if they're crossed over, but each connection that we have can influence things like our attachment style and how we connect with the men and women in our life and things like that. So you might be healing something related to your inner child, or even connected with your mother or father healing. We tend to also take on the karma of our parents in the line, and I know we integrate that into our experience. So it could be something karmic or something that you're just needing to heal. This could be mother-father wound. This could be things that you've picked up that were not great habits from your parents. And I always say that a lot of twin flames, not everyone, but most twin flames came into already karmic conditions on planet Earth, and a lot of you guys came into karmic connections and were children of karmic connections and things like that. So your blueprint was already skewed and not great, and so you had a need to really heal your own blueprint and template, as it was kind of distorted already, kind of coming into here. Connecting with your heart chakra, healing and forgiving and releasing and understanding trauma from your childhood, or releasing it, karma from your childhood or anything like that, will really, really help you. So maybe needing to heal some type of family wounds for you. Okay, so some of you guys, this isn't for everyone, but some of you guys have had maybe a couple endings or beginnings with your twin flame, or, you know, and I always say that you go through these phases with them. They might have come in and out of your experience. You might have had some type of ending. There might have been actual separation energy that you've had to heal and move through. And I feel that is exactly what our twin flame comes to teach us, that we are not separate, right? And that we are healing deep wounds and believing that we are separate, whether from source and consciousness or our twin flame that is a manifestation of this, and helping us to heal wounds that come up specifically around separation, because 3D is the separation consciousness, 5D is union consciousness, right? So you might be healing something. I think this is familiar from my last read yesterday, expecting a phone call or message from this person. They might be, maybe they haven't been, like, if you're a text communicator, haven't been texting a lot lately, suddenly they're texting a little bit more. Or if they've been pulled back, kind of coming towards you, this could be in person, this could be running into them, this could be them calling, you know, starting to see you, whatever it is. Because we have this card, a lot of you guys have been in this cocoon phase once again. I was describing it like on a planetary level. Some of you guys have been a little bit in the cocoon phase again after the winter. And so you've been doing a lot of deep healing. These are your wounds, I always say, with the sword energy. So you've been doing a lot of healing and letting go. You've been through a lot of hard times. This could be something else that you're healing in your life. Some of you guys, once again, we have the family wound or things coming up. Previous relationships could be the twin flame itself. Because oftentimes we love to think the twin flame has kicked up all of this pain and hurt and energy, but usually it's from other wounds we already had that they tend to amplify or bring to the surface. So this is like, you've been through a lot and you still have some wounds that you're carrying and that you're healing. It just, you'll know best of what that is and what you're trying to work through. It could be related, obviously, to the twin flame stuff, and it can kind of peel back layers or trigger a lot of things to the surface, which is okay. It's meant to help you. It's meant to catalyze you onto your healing journey. A lot of spiritual awakening meant to get you to turn to the healing. Twin flame meant to get you to heal. A lot in your life during this time is really getting you to work on yourself and to heal yourself and things like that. So you might be a little closed off in the heart chakra and have been a little bit closed off, guarded, slow to open up, keeping your twin flame, you know, at a distance yourself, especially if they're mirroring that back to you, or even just, you know, not fully opening to this connection. I see a lot of people stay in separation cycles because they're not ready. And they always will think it's the flame if they're acting that out, but they are your greatest teacher and your greatest mirror to show you how you need to open up to more love in your life generally. So they tend to teach you that or show you things about yourself. Some of these things you're very aware of. Some of them are pointing on a deeper level. It just kind of depends. So divine feminine, healing your heart, opening your heart. Okay, so we're going to do a reading, and I'm just doing quick read today, right? I'm going to be around if you guys need Pleiadian healings. This is what I'm doing. But let's go ahead and do a reading for divine masculine side, and I do have some nice twin flame ones on my site. Okay, masculine side, divine masculine, divine feminine. If you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I want a new beginning. They want to start over. This could be you're in union and bringing new energies. Welcome to April. Bringing new energies into your life. Everything starts to blossom and bloom. It's abundant energies. It's a vibe I can get on board with. Some of you guys are going to be so glad that winter is over and things are starting to shift and move in the right direction. This is a time where you plant your seeds for the next couple of months, right here, right now, in this space. So major manifesting energies happening. This is a good thing. Divine masculine is feeling this shift. They want to either start over with you or just bringing new energy into things. This is great if you feel like things have been stuck, stagnant, not flowing. Get at me on my site, right? Let's get this moving. So this is like representing the masculine wants to, you know, go deeper and get this moving. Being away from you hurts like hell. I didn't realize it would be this difficult. The masculine, despite what people might think, they go through this entire process too and feel all of those emotions as we talked about too. So we know they're processing their feelings or a lot of emotions, which is intense for both sides of things. They've felt a lot of pain from being apart from you or having to be apart from you, or even the spaces where you guys are having to navigate life and do your own thing, right? It can be very challenging for twin flames. It has such a magnetic core to the connection. You guys just want to be kind of stuck together, probably not doing much, right? However, this is Earth and this is life, and we have a lot sometimes on our plate, or a lot they might be juggling, so they feel it too. The spaces apart. I'm in love with you and I'm ready to take action. I want to build a beautiful life with you. This masculine thinks about the future they want with you and the life that they want with you. And this is a lot of what twin flame starts to trigger, because I believe it begins to activate this on such a great level with this connection, that it really begins to activate things where you start to think about your future, but it becomes attainable. It's like suddenly the next chapter is opening up, or the next phase of your life, and you're getting a lot of clarity about what you want your life to look like. But with this person, we have Sword of Light, divine protection. Cut your cords and breakthrough energy. Take care of your energy right now. Literally, you are clearing out a lot of programming, attachments, blocks, on the energy level. Doing some type of clearing work will help you, whether you're needing to cut your cords, or we see a big thing with masculine needing to clear out karmic attachments out of your field. This could be previous lovers, connections not serving you, situations not serving you, old friendships no longer aligning. And so we have this, we have the divine is waking you up and teaching you. Trust your downloads you're picking up on too, divine masculine. You might be seeing things in your dreams a little extra right now. You might be just getting heightened clarity. There's a psychic awakening that is happening with all of this Pleiadian energy, and it's meant to help you greatly on your spiritual path with your spiritual awakening too. So we have a lot of awakening energy for your third eye still. Okay, so we have using the violet flame, which is some of my favorite go-to energy. You guys know I have tons of violet flame clearings on my site, which is amazing for transmuting karma or a karmic imprint. So sometimes we've been through a karmic experience and we carry it on the energy level. This is why we tend to have repeating patterns, situations, and people in our life from some of these karmic imprints that we usually picked up in childhood in our energy field, encoded in us. So you might want to do some work with the violet flame. This is karmic clearing energy. This will help to really change your energy. This will help change what you're attracting. We have Earth Star activation, and this is grounded action. This is Isis energy, connecting with Isis, connecting with the divine goddess, the divine mother energy. Maybe you're healing something from your childhood mother wound, or maybe even, karmic connections of your past have left you with a need to heal something within the feminine. Do you find that you're learning? Maybe some of you guys might be, I say avoiding women, some of you guys might be learning a lot with women too, and that might be an indication too when we find ourselves, learning certain lessons too. So this is connected to certain lessons of your previous relationships and helping you to heal something within your own feminine energy. Connect with the earth during this time. It's an amazing time, even just to soak up some nature vibes and to connect with that earth energy as the earth is beginning to awaken, and very much will, more towards Beltane, right? And even the summer solstice. So healing your sacral. This is really working on your inner energy, healing your energy during this time. Connecting with these crystalline Pleiadian energies during this time. We're having a lot of energy come through that is really helping you. Connecting with these galactic energies will help to bring that into your core. We can tap into these light codes and we can use them for activation work, healing work, upgrading, our energy field and our life in many different areas. All right, you might find you're more telepathic with your twin flame during this time. This is picking up on their thoughts, feelings, and even emotions, even at a distance. Doesn't matter, you could be in the same room with them, right? Which can make this challenging to navigate when you're so psychically sensitive to this person. It doesn't matter if you're across the planet. Just trust me on this, you're in the same space. You'll be feeling it. So you're picking up on them. Doesn't matter if they're close in the same room or even far apart. You're getting much more telepathic as you clear out the trauma and really begin to activate this twin flame energy and connection. You begin to open up on greater levels through this connection, and it will really bring on a lot of your psychic gifts and things like that. Once again, root chakra is coming up and healing your root right now. If you haven't been having a lot of progress or communication, this is like things happening. Maybe you feel like you've been facing delays, blocks, and things like that. This is like getting things moving, shifting things. if you need a shift, check out my healings, right? But even just trying to upgrade your energy, you need to get things moving, you know, feel a little stuck or stagnant. That's why I help you guys with this. Just kind of depends. Maybe you're needing to get things flowing again or moving in the right direction. That's what I try to help you guys with, right? Make sure that you're focused on these goals, where you're headed and where you want to be headed, to help to bring that through. Okay, so you might be facing some type of stuck or stagnant energy, or feeling a little like things are moving slow or not moving. This is not your typical relationship. Oftentimes this is not, and I love people do a lot of posts like, you are meant to anchor your twin flame union into the 3D. Twin flame will not exist in the 3D. I hate to tell you. Like, right? It's a 5D, right, connection. It's going to require you first to ascend into 5D and then anchor this union into there. Jokes aside, right? So this is not ever meant to be a 3D connection. And in fact, you should no longer be existing in the 3D. I feel the 3D is gone, shifted into the 4, and we're working on anchoring into the 5, hopefully, right? It depends on each soul and where you're at. Yes, the 3D, I'm sure, exists for those souls that are still very asleep and needing it. However, this is meant to be a connection that if you're not already awakened, it should awaken you. And usually people find their twin flame once they're awakened, but it depends on where you're at. It's different for everyone. I'm not saying that, but this is one that is going to, your union timelines already exist in the 5D. It's about shifting your vibration, your frequency and energy into these other realities where there are so many probabilities and possibilities to your divine union. Yes, with your twin flame in full union in many, many beautiful timelines. So it's about you actually raising up your frequency and anchoring into these other realities that already exist in your union. So higher timelines, union timelines, lower 3D separation. Okay, so this is not always your traditional connection. This is one that is meant to help you to do the work. This, usually your twin flame, I don't know that any of that will, is not going to enable toxicity or bad behavior or manipulation or whatever it is. They're going to require you to actually do the soul work. They're a manifestation of your, I want to say, exact same soul of your, you know, ascension. And so they're here to help you into divine union with the divine, becoming that perfect partner for the divine. So we have, some of you guys are a little bit stuck, and this could be from previous wounds of your past. This is low self-esteem, stagnation, and accepting less than. And so this is about healing your sense of value and self-worth. As you're releasing energy blocks, stuck energy, and stagnant energy, this is going to help you so much with your confidence that you need energetically yourself, not ego, confidence, like actual energetically, and then being confident in your connection. This helps you to heal the root cause of insecurities in your life. And this is like major solar plexus, heal your energy kind of energy vibrations. So maybe you're being guided to heal some type of childhood wounds, low self-esteem, accepting less than in your relationships and things like that. Healing your solar plexus will help you a lot so that you can really vibrate and radiate that confidence, bringing it into your connection. So we have the 9 of Cups. Some of you guys are feeling a little disappointed, not satisfied. Your manifestations haven't quite come through, because I love to think of this guy upright, I call him a guy, as your manifestations and dreams have come through and your wishes are coming true. And this is like, you might be in a little bit of a negative mindset, like you haven't fully gotten there or gotten what you want, which is okay. Have patience with yourself and your process that you're navigating. Have patience with your spiritual awakening. This is a block there. And I see that a lot because I had this in another reading the other day. It's a manifestation block. And so if you're feeling a little blocked, because our abilities are connected to our spiritual abilities, right? So if you're feeling a little disconnect, maybe spiritually, energetically, signs of the times we're all navigating, but maybe even with your own manifesting and potential and power, maybe some type of like clearing of that block might help you, because you have so much power in manifesting and, you know, getting what you desire and being fulfilled and being happy. So if you're feeling lack, and I mean within of how you're feeling and feeling about life, or feeling about, because yes, this is a relationship reading, maybe feeling a little bit of lack there, this connection can highlight that to help you to heal these areas. I know it's going to start out all cushy, and then sometimes it can bring up things, but the things that it brings up are very, very important for you healing on a deeper level, and healing any wounds, lack, ways you don't feel good, right? Ways so that you can reach this state of inner enlightenment and happiness and feeling good. And shift this into union, or if that's where you're at, or in your union, to feel better within yourself so that you can feel better within your connection and within this union too. So there might be some type of block there with your gifts and abilities and what you're manifesting, of just, you know, not really feeling fulfilled where you're at. Like, I'm looking at it like you could be at this stop along your journey and you're not quite there yet. Or, you know, just needing to work on yourself energetically so that you're feeling good and that you're loving yourself and you're bringing that positive energy into this union, because everyone's at different places. A lot of you guys are in union, some of you guys working towards it, just depends. But so that you can feel more fulfilled, bringing this into this union and into this relationship, bringing a lot of positive spiritual fulfillment energy into this connection too. So it might be facing a little bit of an energetic block here. These Pleiadian energies are amazing for helping us. We can really tap into and work with these alignments. Is why I put up so many healings for certain days and for certain energies too. So these Pleiadian energies can bring us a lot of emotional healing, emotional clearing, emotional release, and helping us to release very deep-rooted blocks that we've been carrying for obviously our life here, but many different lives, and even healing the family line stuff too. So we have a lot of beautiful energies we can be tapping into for healing, perhaps some type of energetic block that needs to go, divine masculine. Okay, I'm going anyways. It gets too loud out here. I'm always trying to like video out here, but I'm sending you guys a lot of love and good energies. I'm around if you guys want to be tapping into those Pleiadian energies. Got tons of healings on my site. I know I have a lot of stuff up for today, and of course the 4/4, and you guys can book that stuff anytime. If it's on my site, you can always do it. Have a beautiful day. Here if you guys need me.